Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. So it's the last trading day, last official trading day of 2023. Where will things go in 2024? Well, I believe Bitcoin and crypto will surge to 3.2 trillion in 2024. That is no small number. So let's talk about everything that's going on today and what to expect going forward. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. Look at Bitcoin looking better today, closing in at 43,000 once again. I believe there is still that futures expiration we're waiting for. I believe that's around 11 or 12 o'clock today. I remember futures was a little bit later. Options, I believe, already closed, right? But yeah, yesterday got a little dicey, a little scary, just a little bit. But things are looking up once again. Look at Solana up 9% today. Pretty good recovery. And there are several others like Avalanche that's up like 4%. Injective is up 4%. So some of these ones that I've talked about yesterday now coming back up. Seems like they have found their footing and they're ready to rock as we get closer to 2024. Now, there's a couple of things I want to pinpoint today. The stock market looking like it's turning green, which is good. I saw something that is pretty unbelievable, but something that I've been saying for a long time, and it finally happened. Apple is underperforming. They had a lot of hiccups this year. The biggest company by market cap on the planet. They saw their revenue slide for 4 consecutive quarters. We've never, ever seen that before in Apple's history. But yeah, it happened. Well, actually, I don't know if it's in history, but it's just the last 22 years. Apple has been around longer than 22 years. But, you know, it's pretty close, right? So it just goes to show you, yeah, 2023, even though it's a good recovery year, we're still coming off from, you know, our COVID period. Things were still not as peachy as before, okay? And we had high inflation with the rate hikes and all the macro stuff. Yeah, a lot of companies struggled. They didn't do so well. But you know who did well? Bitcoin and Bitcoin-related stocks, because Coinbase is doing well. If you look at Coinbase 1 year or year to date, I mean, look at that. Look at that chart. It's up hundreds of percent for 2023, down slightly right now. But Bitcoin also did the same thing, right? Even though some of these big tech giants not doing well, Bitcoin and Bitcoin-related companies did do very well. Today is, again, it's the last trading day, at least for stocks. For Bitcoin, obviously, and crypto, we have a few more days since it never sleeps. It's 24/7. Today is the deadline for spot ETF updates. Basically, SEC has asked all these fund companies, hey, give us your updates by today if you want to be in the first waves of approvals, which means everyone probably submitted their updates. I've shown you guys like Hashdex, ARK, BlackRock. Everyone's been refiling. And just to show you how many there are, I thought there was 12. There's actually 13. There's 13 spot ETFs pending at this point. And they could all be released simultaneously. Well, not released, but get approval simultaneously. And that could be within the first week of January, right? It's exciting. Exciting time. Again, talking about Coinbase, look at the custodian column. Almost every single one is using Coinbase. Van Eyck decided to use Gemini. Wise decided to use Fidelity. But every single person, every single other entity, I guess, not a person, is choosing Coinbase. That's how strong they are, right? right? So yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's just right around the corner. I've been talking about a lot of whales getting in. Of course, they want to get in. They don't want to miss out on a bull run. Who wants to miss out on a bull run? And this could be the best bull run we have ever seen. So that's why yesterday, $1 billion worth of Bitcoin left the exchange or exchanges, probably leaving most of it from, Coinbase. But, it's a lot. It's a lot. Periodically, we do see a ton of Bitcoin leave the exchanges. Normally speaking, when this much leaves in a single day, it's because there's some big whale that decided to do an OTC buy with the likes of someone like Coinbase, and then they withdraw it. They withdraw it out, right? It's really that simple. And we're seeing a lot more of that. You notice that there's a lot more reds than greens on this chart. There's a lot more withdrawals than deposits. And that's not going to change. I've been saying this. When it comes to Bitcoin, if you ignore everything out there, all the macros, all the fundamentals, the halving events, everything, the technicals, the only thing that really matters in terms of driving the price up for Bitcoin is supply and demand. We have a set supply, and the inflation rate keeps getting cut in half, and the demand keeps on going up. So nothing else mattered. Just know that due to supply coming down and demand going up, that alone will drive Bitcoin up to the moon, right? It's just really that simple. It really boils down to supply and demand. And demand keeps on increasing and supply keeps on decreasing. And we only have so much Bitcoin, and there will never be more. So that's why it's going to go up to the moon, especially with spot ETF approvals. When all the institutions and the funds start FOMO into Bitcoin, that's when we will see that scarcity factor really kick in very quickly, very quickly. All right, now, Bitfinex, one of the oldest exchanges out there. Not to say I trust them, but they did quote saying that there will be extreme greed in 2024. 3.2 trillion market cap. That's not too bad, okay? Where's 3.2 billion versus right now? About double. We're about 1.6, 1.7. So can we double in market cap in 2024? Yes. In fact, that's probably conservative. That's probably a very conservative number. We could see 2024 end at 5 trillion. Yeah, I would say, like a 3x, 4x, 5, 6 trillion. No problem. No problem, right? I mean, seriously, everyone's just guessing at this point. Everyone's speculating at this point. But you just put two and two together. With everything that's happening, everything that will be happening, it's just going to be a tremendous, tremendous year in 2024. Looking forward to it. All right, in terms of some technicals, let's look at where we are right now in the bull run. You can see we're very early. We're very, very early, okay? We're about 38% off from our top. So we have come up tremendously already this year, especially within the last 3 months of this year. But 2024 and 2025 is going to drive us to new peaks again. We don't know where. This one is saying that we're going to head to 350,000. A lot of conservative numbers are like 150, 200. A lot of normal numbers are like 250, 275. And a lot of bullish numbers are coming in at 300, 350, 500,000. I mean, really, we just don't know. We just don't know. Again, this puts things into perspective. I just realized my camera froze. My camera keeps freezing. I apologize, guys. I don't know why. So I have to use my side camera. It just froze again. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna have to correct that. Too much bullishness for my computer, but um, well, we'll continue with the side camera. Wait, hold on. Let me try to fix how this looks. Let's see if I could do it right now. There we go. That looks a lot better. Anyways, yeah, this again shows how early we are in this cycle, right? Like you look at previous cycles, look at how high Bitcoin went. We're nowhere near the top. Again, 300,000, 400,000. This one is predicting that we'll go into the 400,000 range, right? So again, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. All right, what else is going on? What about alts? What about altcoins? Well, altcoins are breaking out. Obviously, we've been seeing Bitcoin dominance go downwards. Okay, and Bitcoin just broke above 43 again. That's great. We've been seeing alts gain a lot of strength, specifically a few of them, right? We've been seeing a lot of L1s, L2s get strong. We've been seeing resurgence of some of the older projects from all the way back from 2017. We're seeing some gaming hype, NFT hype coming back, right? Obviously, a lot of memes. Memes are still hot. You know, all that put together, you know, we're seeing alts go upwards. And if you charted up, you know, if you charted alts, their dominance is breaking upwards. So what does that mean? Well, you have the likes of Solana that I think will continue to do very strongly in 2024. I've said that before. Even in Google search, they have surpassed Ethereum. That's the blue line right there, right? Like, it's, you know, this is why everything that you can measure Solana with, it's growing by leaps and bounds right now, right? So it's going to be fantastic. All the memes on Solana, I think there will be a lot more, and they will continue forward and make Solana even stronger, right? I didn't even know this, but we've heard a lot of stories about Bonk. There's a new one that's called Silly Dragons, and some guy put $62 into it and turned it into a $2 million jackpot. This is why so many degens love memes, because it has potential to turn $62 into $2 million. Most likely, there's a 99% chance that it's the developer of Silly Dragon. It's not anyone else. It's not just some random person saying, yeah, I'm just going to put $62 in there. It's most likely it's the developer that created it and said, okay, I'm going to put some of my own money. Let's see what happens. And then he got lucky, and then he made $2 million from it, right? But yes, that's the potential of memes. And you know what? Let's not forget Avalanche. This was released yesterday. Avalanche, their own foundation, plans on supporting meme coins. They have this 100 million Catalyst program that they're supposed to be using for purchase of a variety of things, okay, to boost their ecosystem. And now they're saying they're going to be buying memes with it. Memes like cock in you, right? So they haven't announced who yet, but they're going to measure like number of holders, liquidity, project maturity, fair launch, overall social sentiment, you know, which cock fits the bill for all those things except the name. I don't know if they want to promote something that's called cock in you, but, you know, we'll see. But Avalanche is also, besides their support for memes, I just talked about them last night, their push into gaming is absolutely enormous. And that could carry them well into 2024 and beyond, right? A lot of those games are quite amazing. All right, now, outside of Avalanche and Solana, a few little other news. OKX is going to list privacy coins in 2024 like Monero. I've said this before. It's been happening for years now. You know, the governments don't like privacy coins. So they're putting a lot of pressure on exchanges to delist them. So pretty soon, the likes of Monero and Dash and Zcash, you're not going to be able to find them on exchanges. So that's going to continue to happen. Now, if you want to use them to hide your transactions, great. But if you're going to buy them as investment, you know, it's going to be hard to do so when they're all getting delisted, right? So just be careful with that. Binance reported a 30% user growth despite CZ getting kicked out and all the trouble with the SEC and the Justice Department and everything else, right? That just shows you how strong Binance is. They're just absolutely huge. All right, that is pretty much it. Bitcoin is above 43,000. The entire market is up by quite a lot. Solana now up about 12%. Avalanche 4%. Dot 4%. Injective up 8%. Hey, these are the ones I just covered last night. I told you guys, when they are down, right, you buy and you accumulate and you DCA. It's really that simple. There's a lot of greens today, guys. A lot of greens. Ordi and Sats, these are memes on Bitcoin. They're up substantially today. You got C that's up 30%. I just talked about C 2 days ago. They're out of Cosmos too. And I said, hey, they look pretty darn strong. They're up 30% today. Bonk is up 25% today. I threw some leverage at Bonk last night, in addition to some of the others that I've talked about, but I kind of knew Bonk was going to come back up. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, let's do a Q&A. All right, let me scroll up here. Let's see if Coinbase stock turned green. Not yet. They formed another 52-week high yesterday. Let's see if they turn green today. I have a feeling they're going to turn green. Tom, welcome. Why stop there, Barry says. Why not 10 trillion? Well, 10 trillion might be a little too much for 2024 alone. In 2025, yeah, we'll hit there. Zen, Ben Johnson says Zen broke in the top 30 by holders, 160K holders. That sounds kind of wrong. I'm pretty sure the top 29 has more than 160,000 holders. I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but we'll see. Are you, Thomas asked, are you still in Snack and the way forward for Snack? What do you mean the way forward? They have a lot of things going on. And yes. They had a big fall yesterday and I talked about it. I think it has a lot to do with the exchanges dumping. But, you know, they have big plans for it. Opinions on Aave and Myra. Okay. It's uncertain. I mean, Aave is uncertain for sure, but it's just pretty boring for me. It's not a play I like. I'd rather stick with the L1. And Myer is a gaming platform, and I don't know. They're really young right now, so they could turn into a powerhouse, but they're just kind of young right now. Count Ivan. My top performers are Super, AOS, I think, Mover, and a gamble on Vision. Up 6 figures, waiting in my alts to move more. Well, congrats. But I don't hold or talk about any of those, so good for you. Cyborg said that placed a 10x 15K leverage on BDC at 42.3, up 20%. Yeah, I mean, when you play with, when you grab something when it's low, right? Especially with leverage, you can make a lot, but be careful. Leverage is very dangerous. Things move very quickly. Sometimes when you think it's bottom and then it just bottoms more, and you get liquidated. So always use small amounts. Don't go too heavy, right? And just be careful. Raj, thank you. Michael asked, do you think C will ride the wave of ETH? I mean, right now, I think all L1s and L2s are going to ride the wave. Okay, C being one of them, especially like Cosmos stuff. Cosmos stuff are hot. I don't know what it is, but they are hot. Look at what happened with Injective and Celestia and now C, and there's others like Kava, which isn't too far behind. A lot of these Cosmo chains are doing very well, but all the other chains, if you notice, even the old ones, like really old ones, like I don't know, Neo for example is coming back up, and then you have like Multiverse X, Hedera, and you got VeChain and all these other L1s. They're all coming up. D-Lee, I don't know what you want me to say about is it over for Jitto? No, it's not over for Jitto. Retro Bill, thank you. Thoughts on Snack? They're doing just fine. They're back to 115 million. They're doing just fine. Thoughts on GambleFi? Yeah, I don't like GambleFi. I like to gamble, but I don't like GambleFi because a lot of jurisdictions are going to shut them down, right? And that's the reason why. MCT said I did 200 leverage. How do you even do 200 leverage? I don't even know any exchanges that offer 200 leverage. You're up 2,000% with $10. Congratulations. D-Lee, I don't look at charts when I evaluate a project. Jitto, off to a strong start. They airdropped a ton of tokens yesterday. Was scary for Solana. That's why a lot of people decided to dump, right? But as a liquid staking provider, they still seem solid. Shill 150x coin, my man. There's so many. Snack is one of them. People love Snack. Snack is a 50x. Cock is another 50x. One that I invested in early, Seed could be a 50x. It's only 5 million market cap. They help others create tokens. It's like a one-click deployment, and they're multi-chain too. So they could be doing a 50x. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that could do a 50x. Man, I am annoyed because it's the same questions from the same people that ask me the same thing every single day when I just answered it. Doge Elon Mars, I never liked that project. Here's the thing about memes. All the old memes, basically, um, I've never been a fan of them other than Sheep because I thought Sheep did something amazing in 2021 that I thought would not happen again, and it did. But then, they're no longer really a meme anymore. They started concentrating on building and building and building, and whenever a meme starts building too much, it seems like they just lose all the meme factor, I guess. Right? Like, I don't know. Still waiting for Sheep to do something with their layer 2, with Shibarium, with their DEX, with their swap, with their NFT, with their game. I mean, there's a lot of things happening, but none of it is driving the price upwards, right? You look at Floki, they went all corporate. Now they came out with a new token a new token project too. That's nothing to do with the meme. So even they are bored of their own project. So, now it's all about the new ones. Pepe was doing very well, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot because some of the founders decided to leave and steal some of the tokens. Otherwise, I think they would have continued to go upwards. But now it's all about the new Solana and Avalanche tokens. And you could say SNEC in there for Cardano. Owen, I appreciate that. Lou asked, do you think Michael Saylor will become the richest man in the world? Maybe one day. When Bitcoin gets to over $1 million each, yeah. Him and his company will be among the richest in the world. Let's see. C and Bonk are leading the way today. Man, C going up 30%. They must have dropped a ton the day before. But I just talked about them like 2 days ago. I think they have promise. So you got Bonk also, and then Ordi, Teller, Caspa, Mina, IOTA, Bitcoin SV, Solana, Helium, Celestia's up. I mean, yeah. You notice most of these are all L1s, L2s. Algorand, Sui, Mantle, Injective, Beam. Yeah, they're all like L1, L2s. Besides like Bonk and Ordi, they're memes. Helium is like the only project that's actually like not a meme or L1. It's actually like a project. It's a dApp as a mobile network. They're mesh Wi-Fi. They're actually kind of different. You think today will be a decent green day? I think so. We're off to a good start. I don't think anything's going to stop this. I think today, after the futures expiration, which is around like 11 or 12 o'clock, or maybe even 1 o'clock, we're going to see a more of an upside move. And I think this weekend will be great. The final few days of this year. I don't know what you guys think about the Cybertruck. I got an email asking me if I want to order a foundation series so I could get one earlier than others. I don't know if I should get a Cybertruck. I'm kind of conflicted. I mean, driving around, It's going to be unlike anything else out there. But then once everyone starts getting a Cybertruck, is it cool anymore? You know, I've out of the reviews I've watched and read, they all say Cybertruck drives really nice. It drives phenomenal, right? But it doesn't look like a truck. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm going to put a poll. I don't know if I should get a Cybertruck. Let's see how many of you guys like it.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.
You'll kick yourself if you don't get it. You know, Randy, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. If I don't get it, oops. Oops. I didn't mean to show that. I'm just thinking if I don't get it, you know, and I see it on the streets, I'm going to regret it. The foundation series, they tack on like 20K or 30K, but they'll give you like a few things. They'll give you, or is it 20K? They give you, yeah, it's 20K. They give you FSD for free, and they give you like a few other stuff for free, which is pretty cool, but you're paying more for it. And you get a special foundation series like stamped onto the body and inside. I don't know if that's going to make it a collector's edition, if anyone's going to care. Yeah, they offer two foundation series, like a normal all-wheel drive one for 100K, and then they offer a beast one for 120K. But the beast one, you have to wait until mid to late year. So they said June to end of the year. But if you order a regular all-wheel drive foundation series, you could get it anywhere from January to March. So for Teslas, I've always bought plaids, and I realized I never ever floor it. Like, I don't need that speed. So I don't think I'm going to get the beast version of the Cybertruck, because I'll never race it. It's just too silly to be flooring it with a plaid or a beast. So probably just go get the normal one. But yeah, another reason why I don't want to get it is because if you look at the S and the X, they have depreciated tremendously. So I don't know. Anyways, a little off topic there. Arthur says BDC Golden Cross never happened before. Something you need to check, guys. There's a lot of TA that shows very bullish things about Bitcoin. A lot of bullish. I mean, just look at this. Okay, all you have to do is look at this. If the government shuts down, do you think crypto will be affected negatively? From what I understand, we have a half a day before government shuts down. It has happened before. It's never a big deal. They figure it out last minute, or they have to redo the budget or do something. They just all want more money. It always comes down to asking for more money, and, you know. Does it have anything to do with crypto? No. Man, it's pretty close with the Cybertruck poll. Only 54% said yes, 46% said no. So there's a lot of people that really do not like Cybertrucks. P10, I think it's a golden cross on the monthly. He didn't say which time scale, but I remember reading it. One of the time scales were forming, it's either weekly or monthly, that we're forming golden cross, and it's never happened before. The rims on a Cybertruck are fugly. Yeah, I think so too. And the wheels themselves, the wheels and the tires look kind of ugly, but they're already 35-inch wheels. That's the thing. They're already enormous. I don't think you could fit 37s on a Cybertruck. But they look small on a Cybertruck because the Cybertruck is so darn big. You know, you put 35-inch wheels on a truck, a normal truck, they look fantastic. Like a TRX has 35-inch wheels, a Raptor has 35-inch wheels, and so does a Cybertruck. But if the wheels were bigger and sticking out more, it would look even better. Kenya, hey there, what do you think about Chainlink CCIP? It's good. It's a bridge. It's a bridge between different chains. And, you know, utilizing it, you can fetch data from real world assets, and you could use it for other means too. Chainlink partnered up with, I forgot what big company, and they're transferring documents with utilizing CCIP between various systems. So it's really like a real world bridge. It's good. That's why Chainlink is doing so well. Tommy says, listening to you, old buddy, has my portfolio on fire. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Just like my DCA portfolio. How long have I been adding $100 to that DCA portfolio with you guys? Years, 2 years. Now it's blowing up. Right? Last time, this week when I checked, it was up like 33%. Next week and the week after that and the week after that, it'll just keep on going up. And I did that to prove a point. The point is, if you just simply be consistent, you DC over time, you buy the right coins, you will make money no matter what. It's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time, really. Yeah, I'm on my, this camera actually is just a webcam. With the right lighting, it looks fantastic. I don't know what happened to my main camera. It keeps freezing. Look at that. That's a pretty good shot, though. But it just keeps freezing. I don't know why it keeps freezing. I gotta fix that. It happened 2 days in a row now. Tahoes are pretty nice. I like Yukons better. The AT4 Yukons look fantastic. And by the way, guys, not that I'm a tax accountant. I'm not. But if you have a lot of gains to offset this year because you made a whole bunch of money and you run a business, you got a few more days to buy a 6,000-pound SUV and drive it a few times, declare it as a business vehicle, and that's a pretty big deduction. Ryan, I have no idea what donation you just made. No one's ignoring you. Forbes article isn't positive about BlackRock ETF. Please share. What are they not positive about? Nope says, I'm a huge car guy too. I saw the Cybertruck in LA and it was way too big and so ugly. I don't know, man. It's one of those things I feel like you think it's ugly until you see it every single day and then you're like, yeah, I like that. I like the look of that. I used to feel the same way about a lot of cars. Like the X6, for example. When the X6 first came out, I'm like, that is a really ugly car. And then after a few years, I'm like, I really like the X6. You know, it's like, I feel like a lot of cars can grow on you and then you love it. Of course, there are some cars that'll never grow on you, like the Aztec, for example. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Cybertruck's one of those things that You see it enough and you're going like, yeah, that's a good looking truck. Power Friend, yes. Yes, I did. And I even covered it today. Quinn Development, I'll just say, hey, Abby, glad you're here. Freddie says Cybertruck blacked out looks sick. Yes, when I've seen a couple of them, you know, they're wrapped in black or they have this PPF that actually changes the color. It does look great. People just follow the crowd when it comes to hating things. That is 100% true. I'm partial to American trucks, but I still like Chevy and Ford the best. I don't disagree with you. My dream truck is still the Raptor R, but I can't stand how all four dealerships are still trying to charge like $50K over for it. Raptor R is awesome. TRX is awesome. You know, I think in terms of looks and usability or whatever, they're still the top, right? But the Cybertruck is just so new. Been waiting for it. Everyone's been waiting for it for like 3 years, 4 years. Finally, it's out. I know people are like getting sick of hearing about it or seeing it, but you know, like, I bet if you see one in real life driving around, it's gonna cause some FOMO. I don't know. I think people really like it after a while. And plus, here's the thing. It's bulletproof. It's bulletproof. Like, the whole car is bulletproof. So, if nothing else, you know, you're driving around an armored vehicle. Think about it, right? Normally, if you're trying to get an armored, you know, Tahoe or something, you know how expensive that is? That's like hundreds of thousands of dollars to make it armored. You're buying a factory production car that you don't have to worry about it being scratched or dented, and it's freaking bulletproof. Think about that, you know? So if nothing else, you're getting an armored car for a very low price. It's multi-bit, right? Mubi. I don't know. A lot of people hype up on Mubi. I don't know if it's going to do that well. It can. A lot of the Ordi stuff is blowing up, but multi-bit is basically converting ERC20 to BRC20 and vice versa. Alexander, I don't have any thoughts on Friends other than too many people came in here thinking shilling it is going to make me like it. That's a wrong move. Red Celica says Doge will run again when Elon is able to talk about it. Elon can talk about it anytime he wants. He's really shied away from talking about Doge. He used to be, I mean, ever since he bought Twitter, you know, he just stopped like the memeing. Like, he used to be able to post about Doge and put pictures up and so forth. Now he's all about trying to grow X, right? Which is fine, as he should. He spent $44 billion on it. But let's hope that he comes out with his payment system, which he wants to, and then let's see if he can integrate some crypto in there. Do you trust a vehicle that's software-based steering instead of physical connection from wheel to steering? We'll see. We'll see. Drive-by-wire has been around for a long time. So now it's steering by wire. Drive-by-wire is the same thing. Your pedal has no physical connection to the car. And it's worked forever. So why not steering by wire? I think it's because Elon is facing an old Doge lawsuit from his SNL show. You know what? That's a good point. He was being sued for manipulating Doge. Like something silly, like $200 billion or something, or 200 million or something like that. You may be right because of that. I totally forgot about that. All right, let's conclude. Looking at the poll, it's pretty dead even. 52% yes, 48% no. It's like half people like it. Half people do not. That's wow. That's, I don't know what to think about that. Anyways, all right, guys. To conclude, Bitcoin, well, it was at 43. Now it's a little bit under. Bitcoin is going to have a great 2024. There's no doubt about it. I cover it every single day. Most of you guys know that. If you don't, know that 2024 is going to be absolutely fantastic, not only for Bitcoin, for crypto. The market cap is going to skyrocket, and this is what we have to look forward to. Okay, guys? So stay strong, my friends. I will see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, right? In the meantime, enjoy your Friday, and that's it. All right. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.